Welcome back to the channel, Tesla Raj. My name is Raj, and typically we cover a lot of Tesla stuff. But in the world of EVs that's constantly changing, we need to see and evaluate all the competitors out there. So today, we're looking at the Volkswagen ID.4. So let's jump in and let's take a closer look at what Volkswagen's offering in the electric category. All right, so as we look at the front of the vehicle, it's very classic Volkswagen. It's clean, it's minimal. There is a grille down here to allow for airflow for cooling, but it's just a clean, sleek look with LED lights around the front. Now, as we come up, you've got a front hood. Now, of course, the question is gonna be, well, what's underneath there? How does the front look? Well, let me pop that open and let's take a look. So when we pop open the front, oh, okay, there's a little lock here. Right in the middle. Got it. All right, so we get in. It does need a prop up, so let's prop that up here. Classic car style, and it looks almost like a regular car, almost like an ICE vehicle. Looks very complicated. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but the biggest thing is there's no frunk. There's nowhere to store your merchandise and your goods up front. That's a little disappointing, but so be it. Let's take a look at the inside and what the inside has to offer. Okay, so when we come over to the driver's side, and I do want to highlight this specific vehicle here is the Volkswagen ID.4 First Edition. This is an 82 kilowatt battery giving about 250 miles. Going into the handles, now you'll notice these handles don't actually turn up. There's actually a button underneath that allows you to open the door. There's some Volkswagen badging right on the pillar here. And as we get inside, I do want to call out a couple things. Let's take a look at the seats. The seats have configurations for lumbar, for back, for front. This goes up, this goes down. There's also saving configurations here, as well as the seats do warm. This entire configuration is available for both driver and passenger. A nice little playful thing they did with the pedals. You've got play and pause, accelerate, and slow down. That's kind of fun. Jumping into the rear, you will notice the Harman Kardon speakers here on the door, so that's pretty cool. And let's jump in. So I'm about 5'10", and sitting in here, wow, it's a lot of good headroom. You've got a panoramic roof, which is amazing visual, just like the Model Y. I feel really spacious here. I've got good legroom up front. I'll jump in the driver's seat just to show you how far the seat is pushed back, but you can see my feet. You can see about how much room I've got here. It's pretty comfortable. Now, with the Model Y, you could actually recline the seat. This one you can't. It is positioned one way. You can fold them forward though. Jumping in the middle, I'm propped up a little bit higher, but still a lot of clearance above my head. I'd say almost about a fist and a half. You've got some little bit of storage behind the seats, some little pockets. You've got one right up here. You've got another one right down here. You've also got ventilation for the rear passengers and 2 USB-C ports. So most important, you're getting this car. It's a compact SUV. So a lot of you that are looking at this vehicle are looking at, families. So let's take a look at how it's good for kids. You do have seat anchors, right, for your car seats. You do have the behind anchor as well, so that's great. Another nice thing is this vehicle does have a center pass-through to go through the trunk. So that's really nice and convenient. Let's jump in the trunk and take a look at the storage space there. So the trunk is powered, which is nice. It's always a nice luxurious feature to be able to close and open it. Here it is closed. You've got that center beam going all the way across. The ID.4 badging. See it open. Pretty good. You've got a cover here to hide your goods. You can flip it open. Pretty good spacious trunk here. In fact, this doesn't seems to stay open like that. Pretty good space back here. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good space. I could sit back here. I don't know if it'll close. This might block me, but pretty good space. And then you've also got, underneath here, you've got some storage space for your cables, your charging, and so forth. Looks like there's maybe a little bit more. Yep, some tooling down there. You've got some side cubbies here on the sides. And then, of course, your access to the center pass-through. You've got a cigarette lighter port here for charging some goods if you need to. But yeah, that's the back. You'll see as this comes down, there is a camera. That's the rear camera. And I think as we look at that windshield wiper on the back, there are no cameras on the side of the vehicle. There are no cameras. So this looks to be a camera, but I'm not sure. It might be a little light, accent light. I don't know. If it's a camera, it's not a great camera. It looks like a phone camera, but we do have a camera up front as well as the rain sensor. So yeah, let's take a look at the seats here. I do want to highlight them. They are really nice. They're ventilated seats. You'll see the same configuration, saving your batteries or your seat settings on the passenger side, but ID badging here. Nice ventilated seats. But yeah, let's take a look at the inside, look at the dash and driving experience. All right, so sitting up in the driver's seat, I've got enough space. It's really roomy. Let's go ahead and close this door here. Okay, so sitting here, I really like the lighter color, like this lighter color of the steering wheel. You've got a couple of these touch capacitive buttons on the steering wheel on both left and right. Push button start. Let's take a look at the center console. So we've got these pull-down armrests, very airplane-like. You can angle them. Wireless charging for your phone, 2 USB-C ports, cup holders in the center console that closes like a drawer, keeps it nice and clean. You've also got cup holders up here that can actually be, there's a little button there, can be removed. A place to put your keys to allow you to start the car. This gets placed, let's take the keys out. This gets placed back in. Drop this here, some little accenting here. There is a pass-through underneath if you want to store stuff underneath there. Here's the glove box. All soft touch material here. But I do like this white color accents. I think it looks very futuristic on this. Let's go ahead and turn this on here so I can show you a little bit of the screen here and a little bit of the interface. What I like here and what the Model 3 and Y are missing is, of course, a center dash, somewhere to kind of see your information right in front of you, which is nice. There is a button here to turn, kind of like a key to put it in drive, reverse, and neutral. It's kind of interesting how that works, and park is always the button. Let's see, how do we get this menu on? Okay, cool. So we've got the center dash, and then we've got this nice, decent-sized screen right here. So just taking a look at some of the things we've got. We've got charging, some pretty nice animations here. Here's their, let's see, let's look at the vehicle settings. You got exterior lights, tires, headlights. Okay, so it seems to be, moving around the menus pretty good. Let's go back. I'm gonna guess that's back. Okay, cool, there's everything here. Let's just take a look at, actually, you know what everyone always wants to see is navigation. So navigation, let's find a map. It's always good to see what's the input like. So, I mean, it's decent. It's not bad. Okay. I mean, there's the menu. You got 4G, you've got all of your stuff here. You've got seat heaters right here, which are kind of nice. They're not ventilated seats, so they don't cool. The steering wheel does heat up as well. You've got all of your sync settings right here and so forth. All of your other basic controls right over here. The really neat feature, though, and all of these cars have voice assistant, but you need a trigger button. And for the ID.4, you actually don't. You can say, "Hi ID, I'm cold."
Okay, warming the left front side now.
That was pretty cool. I said it was cold, it knew I was the driver, and it warmed up my side. It increased it by 2 degrees. That's pretty advanced. Now, on the Teslas, we know that They've added a lot of funny things like warm me up or different scenarios that you can put in and it works. This seems to be a little bit limited, but of course, you know, it's kind of cool that you don't have to hit a trigger button. There is your voice command button right here, but in some cases, it's just kind of nice to just say hi ID, like how you say Alexa or hey Google or whatever. Yeah, that looks to be everything. Let's get out and just kind of wrap this up. So I'm pretty impressed here. This ID.4 starts at, I believe, 44. So this ID starts at 45. This is the first edition, but the base ID starts at 39. The key thing to keep in mind here is that Volkswagen hasn't hit the 200,000 vehicles sold tax incentive. So with the Volkswagen, you're still gold to get $7,500 back through the federal government. So it's going to bring these prices of these vehicles down quite a bit and make it a very, very compelling offer. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that first look at the Volkswagen ID.4. If you want to see more about the ID.4, check out the Kilowatts channel. I'll put a link to it down below. He's got a ton more clips and shots and video of this vehicle. So take a look at that. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Thumbs up for more vehicles entering the EV space is always a good thing as we propel ourselves to the future of sustainable transportation. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. You're getting kicked out.